Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And tonight we have a doozy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important in our sojourns to the next level that we speak about so frequently here. It's important to let our hearts soar, our minds expand, our souls touch the sky. And tonight we're doing exactly that by asking ourselves how to get everything that we want tonight on Explorations. Good evening, my explorers. How are we all doing? It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power that courses through our veins. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about a potential that you've known that you possess all along. You've known that you've had this coursing, bubbling, percolating in your veins, waiting to be expressed, a version of yourself waiting to be fulfilled. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here. Explorations is here. The most simple yet profound tools by which to transform our lives is here. Namaste. How are we all doing? Before we even get into any more of that kind of stuff, how are we doing? How are we doing in chat? It's been a few days. It's been a couple days in the distance between us. So it feels really nice. It feels really nice to be with you. Talk to me. How are we doing though? What's the vibe like? I want $1 million of dino nuggies. Help me get out of my anger. Let go of my anger. Did he get a haircut or is it just matted down? Namaste. And it's one of Leslie, are Termies the right price tonight? They at 1,000 again. I remembered that I did that. I remember that I did that in the middle of the stream on Saturday, and yeah, we're gonna need to bump that back up because we're gonna go back to that perma shit. Let's bump it back up. I'll do it for when we open the line. Namaste, how are we doing? How is it genuinely though? I see some anger, I see some happiness, I see a mixture. And that's about what I expected from you all. Is a mixture, a confluence of the various strands of energies that run through the universe. And today is no different than any other day. We hear our expressions, but also we are affected by these strands that are running through the universe in real time, in real time. I want to get really good at mahjong and play with the Asian women who are hanging out in the locked nail salon. Can I get it? Can I get that with the program? Yes, and more. Yes, and more, Pepper and Jeannie. I guarantee that. I'll go as far because I'm personal friends with those women. I am personal friends with the Asian women in the locked salon. And if you're wondering how to get in there, it is not easy. It is not easy. And it is, it's this disgusting trope. Craigulators gifting out 5 community subs. Holy moly, brother Craigulators coming in hot, coming in hard with that support, with that enthusiasm, with that excitement. Namaste to Craigulators right now, kicking off a you know what. Oh my God. Namaste to Craig. Guys, can we get some namastes in the chat for Craigulators? Producer Craigulators also starting his own little production. Are you guys streaming? Are you going to be streaming tomorrow, Craig? You got to check it out. You got to check out what he's cooking up over there. Namaste, yes, sir. They're streaming tomorrow. Wonderful to hear, Craigulators. Namaste. Beautiful program over there happening on Craigulators channel. If you're not following, we can do a quick shout out for Craigulators, please. Namaste. We can do a quick little shout out for Craigulators. It's just sometimes, guys, sometimes people get up, you think that, Leslie, how do you have all these ideas, such a dense encyclopedia of ideas? So do you have them memorized, Leslie? Do you have them committed to memory? And ladies and gentlemen, one thing cannot be the power of something cannot be underestimated. The power of being able to get up here and conjure what I call this is a very serious part of the program. Conjure what I refer to as the tickle. Now, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that for you. Did you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 notes. The tickle. It's about asking questions. It's about putting something there and allowing yourself to think about it. Everyone to think about it. Let's give it a little tickle again. You see that? You see what I just did there? there's a little tickle, and then eventually a little soothe. Let's add a little more tickle now. See, the tickles just keep going. Now, this is an important thing. Maybe we'll get into this throughout the night. We're definitely going to get into that throughout the night, is the idea of the tickle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't have to be just a jazz thing, as much as jazz musicians understand the gift of the tickle. But ladies and gentlemen, Craigulators, oh my God. The generosity of Craigulators this night knows no bounds, and we all say namaste to Craigulators as he pushes the train again further to chromatic image, sending chromatic image a little hey what for, a little hey howdy, a little gift, a little couple of coins in the can, so to speak. Namaste to you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are calling tonight and you're not sure what to talk about, I understand. Listen, I understand. A lot of you are worried about being interesting, about being funny, about being et cetera, ladies and gentlemen. I implore you, if you feel that nerves, you feel that anxiety tonight when we open up the line, go ahead and employ the strategy of the tickle. Employ the strategy of the tickle. This is not a joke. I'm dead serious. This will work extremely well. Namaste. Tickle. I wish this would stop. Just a tickle. Yes, Craig, thank you so much. Combos coming in. I'm seeing that. I'm getting those alerts. I don't understand what they are still, and I don't want to understand. I prefer that when Twitch rolls stuff out, they send me the emails immediately. They say, Leslie, listen, we want to make sure that the program is prepared for the changes that I know you put a lot of work into what goes on the screen. I know you put a lot of deliberate thought and work into what goes on the screen. So I want to make sure you know when we put fucking these awesome horses all over the screen or what have you. When we start putting these sick little, Leslie, we got some sick horses. I know you work real hard over there. I know you're doing the saxophone stuff, you're doing the program stuff, you're changing lives. You got a lot of video things happening. You went and shot that really cool jazz music video. Well, Leslie, wait till you'll see these sick and tight horses that we're going to put literally all over the screen, all over the chat. We're going to make it nearly impossible for seconds at a time. Seconds at a time, we want to make sure that the chat cannot see what's going on. It's going to be so sick. It's going to be so tight. I can't wait for you to see it. And they send me the emails, and I say, listen, surprise me. Listen, I know you guys are some wizards up there. Wizards cooking up a sort of Bobby Flay with a sort of wizard hat on, cooking up a flambe of digital social media experience. Namaste. And I say, and I salute the veterans. I salute the veterans. Now, if that wasn't a really perfect example of tickle, I don't know what does. If you don't have a sub, we will get you. Crregulators throwing that fat cock down, saying, hey. You know, we heard about Valorant doing a little spreading that love. What about Crregulators? What about Crregulators? That's what Crregulators. Craig's going toe-to-toe with Valorant tonight. 1-800-Valorant.com, 1-800-Crregulators.com is more the speed of what I'm feeling right now with the vibrations in this room that we have here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My brothers, my sisters, namaste and welcome. Welcome on into the most effective personal power program in the country. It is fantastic to be with you. Namaste to everybody who pushed that train along. Blessings and namaste. Gorgeous evening we're having already. Fran Weard with a communal vision that will be on screen in maybe about 4 hours. Can't wait to get a piece of that. Can't wait to see that alert. M. Robert Cup. Hi, Guru. So excited to be here tonight. Will we ever get the hot dog back? Asking for a friend. The more you ask, the more it's not coming back. The more you are just salivating at the mouth for a spiritual phallus, and I'm here. If I have to be a paternal figure right now to you, I will do so. I will say no. Not Mish. I'm going to get to the communal vision in just a moment. Not Mish. What a blessing I am. What a blessing. I love that. I love that confidence. You know, before, would you believe it? She wasn't able to say that kind of stuff before the program itself. I know she kind of bites the hand that feeds her every once in a while and sort of, you know, saying her negative stuff about the program and whatnot, but ultimately, I think it's really important to keep in mind that the integral role that this program has played in the blossoming and transformation of moderator Not Mish. Namaste to you. And then we've got Guru. Run your hand through your hair. Chat wants to see those voluminous locks. This is it. This is the hair. This is the hair. Did that get you horny? Did that get everybody zipped up? Papa Leslie just did a hair thing? Gorgeous. Namaste, everybody. Welcome on into Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Wonderful to be with you. Now, let's go ahead and, before we jump on in, get in through the business and turn on that line, let's go ahead and go through what this program really is all about. Because Lord knows we hear that phrase, the program works. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see some ones in chat. If you have heard someone in your life say that phrase, the program works. Phil Z, good to see you. That hair makes me think of teeth. Now, that's Phil's way of Phil's horny. That's how you know. Phil, it's a cryptic. It's cryptic on purpose. You know, if you get a little bit of that Phil dick, you had to work for it. You had to basically solve a whole volume of riddles. His sort of his courtship process is let's say ornate. Some might say, traumatized, emotionally disordered. Somebody might say autistic. And maybe those are all true, but I would like to call it just ornamentation. There's a lot of ornamentation, like a Christmas tree, but it's his penis covered in pubic hair. Does not shave. I can confirm that. Phil Z does not trim his pubes. It is a big bush, and I love it. And I've coached him. I coached him for that. He used to. Would you believe that Phil Z74 used to shave his balls and penis? He used to shave the entire region, and I said, you got to stop this. What is this? What are you doing? What are you doing? This is way too clean. With your vibe, and I'm seeing a clean, shorn penis and balls, brother. We need to put some hair back on the situation. And that is a personal conversation that we had. He told me not to share, but here I am. I said I can't promise to do that. If the time comes up that I need to share that, I see it, I deem it deem it as necessary, then Lord knows I will do that. I will share that. And Phil Z70, so Phil Z's probably upset that I shared that, but he definitely told me not to. Yep, so namaste to Phil Z74. I'm a rugged double bear. Double bear. Wow. Double bear. Namaste. Namaste. Seventh Dragon Ball, good to see you, by the way. It's good to see Seventh Dragon Ball. Namaste. You know, I know life gets busy, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, if you don't need to talk to somebody that understands that life gets busy. Once you've talked to me, you've talked to the person that gets it. All right? You don't need to go look for other people that get it, because I get how busy life can get. I really do. I really truly understand that. That is something I understand. Life can be busy. Pond Scum Explorer, Formula One racer, and I'm so good guru. Thank you, Pond Scum. Thank you. I just got them all cut. Just earlier today. If you can believe that, earlier this afternoon I went to the haircut. I went to my stylist, and she got me right. She got me right. That's what I said. And we had a good talk. We talked about the difference between Puerto Rican Spanish and Spain Spanish, and I said, is it similar to how Scottish people sound to American English ears? And she said, it's even worse than that. She said, Puerto Rican Spanish to Spanish ears is to a drunk Scottish, an old drunk Scottish man speaking to an American English, and that's some wild stuff. That's some wild stuff. I threw up when I heard that. I threw up because I was so alarmed. I was so impacted by what she shared, and then we cried. We've gotten a lot closer than we used to be. We used to not get along, if you could believe that. My hairstylist and I, we used to not get along. We used to be like oil and water. Oil and water. But now we really get along. Is my hairdresser a scientist? Good question, Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini has honestly, I don't know, a better question could have been asked. Pepperoncini, is your hairdresser a scientist? I suspect. We haven't gotten into that. We haven't gotten into if she does some research or communication or anything like that. I don't know what her deal is. I know she cuts the hair. She's got some kids. Yeah, your mom is Puerto Rican. Yeah, that reminds me. Yep, I shoot it like cats, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, I shoot it like cats. Sharing that her mom's Puerto Rican. Would you believe for a second that what would you say? What would be your first thought? And if a Puerto Rican Gen X woman looks at the screen at a public figure, and says, I don't like him. He looks like Mark Anthony from the 80s. Would you say that there's some repressed attraction underneath that statement? Or would you take it on face value? It's because I forgot that your mom was, I thought it was the other way, because I knew one of your parents was Puerto Rican, and I thought your dad was Puerto Rican. But now that I know your mom is Puerto Rican, and she said that about me, there's something in the air between me and your mom. Let's just say that. There's no high to be had. I'm a therapist. I experience this all the time. Do you have any idea how many women come into my office and to just speak to a man that can make eye contact and listen and be funny once in a while? Do you have any idea how hard that crushes, ladies and gentlemen? Women are very vulnerable in this, and because if I did anything with this eye contact, if I did anything with that eye contact in the context of a therapy session, a lot of stuff could happen. We'll just say that. Night Year, Explorer, General Physician, Guru. Thanks for teaching me how to be funny sometimes. Well, I'd love to go over what you think you learned and kind of really dive in deep and really unpack and maybe repack and then maybe give you some more things to pack, because I'd be interested in what's in that pack. ultimately speaking. Namaste Night Year for that subscription, by the way. 21 months. Wow. Almost 2 years with Night Year. Namaste and blessings to you. Namaste and blessings to you. And so, guys, like I said, guys, let's get into this program. What is this program about? What is this program ultimately about? What is it that we do here? Lord knows we've heard the phrase, the program works. Lord knows that we've heard that phrase time and time and time again, but, that begs the question, and that question must be, I won't say answered, but addressed. I call myself Spicy White Mama's Puerto Rican Fire, Daddy's Texas Plain Toast. I got hips that don't quit and freckles that burn in 5 minutes flat. I'll praise Jesus with a tambourine one day and cuss out my car the next. I dance when I clean, talk too loud at church potlucks, and put saison in my green bean casserole. Folks say I'm a handful, but God made me bilingual in chaos and charm. And I think he knew exactly what he was doing. Namaste, Pepperoncini. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Namaste. Really beautiful stuff from Pepperoncini. As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, that question that's floating there is, what is the program, right? What is the program? And we don't got to answer because Lord knows we don't like answers here, but we must address that question. So let's go ahead and address that. So, ladies and gentlemen, here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner, this is a program devoted to unlocking and unleashing the true power that courses through our veins. We explore the universe as it is. We explore the universe and through a simple set of tools that allow us to access truly what is happening inside and outside of us, internal and external universes. We probe the depths and breadths of these two seemingly disparate universes and interrogate the gray area, finding that maybe these two worlds aren't so disparate. Maybe these two worlds aren't so distant after all. Maybe there is some gray area, and maybe that gray area is where our true power lies. The power of the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Explorations. So, next question I get often after I say that kind of stuff is, okay, simple yet profound tools that are transforming lives by the thousands from coast to coast. By thousands from coast to coast. Phil C74, I drew a mustache on my butt, but I cleaned all the shit off first. So I called it Cleanly Sanchez. Cleanly Sanchez. That's more disgusting than if you left the poop on. I'm not sure why, but that left a really sour image with me. Very pungent image. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. Appreciate that so much. Namaste. Boricua in the house, work this pussy. Work this pussy. I like that. I love that. PTW, what about WTP? Work this pussy. Interesting stuff. Interesting sort of a new twist on an old favorite is how I like to think about that. And thank you so much, Sunshine Melody. Ladies and gentlemen. What exactly are these simple yet profound tools? Let's jump right in. There's 4 of them. I have boiled everything that you need into the four basic tenets of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you may find these tenets. There we go in the channel points below. First and foremost is the tenet of relaxation. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate this step, but that's how important it is. If it wasn't as crucial and important as it is, I wouldn't be putting it first because I fucking cannot stand this step. Relaxing is an excruciating process. Let's make it simple for you in case you don't know what I'm talking about. If you're doing something that feels good, you're relaxing. You're at yoga. You're relaxing with a candle. You're relaxing with some scented reeds or something like this. You are not relaxing. Throw that bullshit in the trash. Do not do it. I'm very passionate about this, ladies and gentlemen. What you are doing is killing yourself. You are destroying yourself, and not in a productive way. Not in a way that we like to highlight here at Explorations. Throw away the Yankee candles. Throw away the Bath and Body Works scented whatevers. Throw away the this, that, and the other. The posters, the yoga mats, the etceteras. The yoga. Oh, if you got a yoga block, if I come over to your house and you got a fucking yoga block, I'm gonna throw it away. And I'm not gonna hurt you, but I am gonna hurt someone close to you. I'm gonna say pick one, and you're gonna laugh. What do you mean? I'm gonna say pick one, and you're gonna point to someone that you love, and I'm gonna hurt them. If I find a goddamn yoga block at your house, that's how passionate about this I am. Okay? Do not mistake me. Do not mistake how serious I am about this. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the second tenet. The second tenet of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Second tenet of the program, after we've adequately relaxed in a truly Leslian sense. Once we've relaxed in a Leslian sense, let's go ahead and move on to that second tenet to question. So, during the relaxation process, we will find ourselves filled to the brim with ideas, thoughts, feelings, impulses, notions. Ladies and gentlemen, before we express a gosh dang one of them, we must question. And what does that mean? To question, we destroy that which can be destroyed. Questioning is the most powerful tool in the program. The most powerful step of the program is to question. We question here at Explorations to destroy that which can be destroyed. We do not refine, we do not perfect, we do not seek truth. Ladies and gentlemen, we use it to destroy anything that can be destroyed. Now, after we question adequately and find the self, the other, and the world that cannot be destroyed through our power of questioning, ladies and gentlemen, that is when we, yep, you got it. Tesley Lanner hitting it out of the park, nailing it out of the park. Namaste. We must express ourselves. And this is my favorite, but by far the most worthless step of the program. And that's how it works by design. This is how it works by design. We express ourselves through song, through speaking, through asking questions in line to the bank, through drawing a little picture, putting on this shirt rather than the yellow shirt. Maybe we like the blue shirt today. Expression. We express ourselves to complete exhaustion, to the point that we are crippled, exhausted, and find ourselves to be impotent. Jessica Bears, I've been meaning to ask you. Is Jessica Bears with us right now? Jessica Bears recently put out an absolute dynamite album recently. Tremendous work, her best work yet. But I'd be willing to put money that there she is. There she is. Namaste. Jessica Bears coming in. Jessica Bears put out a tremendous body of work through an album recently. Did the promotion, did the touring, did the shows, did the little interviews, did the this, that, and the other. And I've been you've been reflecting, Jessica, as you said, and how redundant / impotent / what are those feelings like? Did those feelings come up yet? And did they come up during the tour in the van? Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a better example of an iteration of what I'm speaking about, that it was all stupid. Jessica Bear says it was all stupid. Look at that. If you're looking for somebody who's frustrated, who's realized their artistic voice and has shared a body of work that has been doggedly worked on for years at a time with very talented collaborators involved, and then to get done with that process and say it was all stupid. Exactly. We got an explorer in the ranks. Namaste to you, Jessica. I won't say a bright, shining light, because it's a tremendous example of embodying that third step expression. Communal vision. Nigel Pennyweather, I'm driving to a job in Dallas Tuesday and thinking, wow, this city really smells like piss. It got so intense I pulled over, opened up the back, and found the piss jug had fallen over. I've been cleaning it all week, but it still smells like a porta potty. The program works. Nigel Pennyweather, namaste to you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Can't thank you enough. Stone Monster, thank you. New Age Big Dog Award-winning Personal Power Program. Producer Stone Monster 400 throwing down for the, how many months is that? 34 months. 34 gosh dang old months. 34 months ago, Stone Monster joined us here, formally began, I like to think the first day of the rest of his life here at the program Exploration. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, once you have found yourself defeated, saying things like, putting your whole dick, your whole pussy, your whole shit into a piece of expression, and you find yourself just like, what the fuck did I just do? And what do I do next? Ladies and gentlemen, that is what truly when you're exploring. That sense of defeat, that sense of redundancy, that sense of impotence, ladies and gentlemen, that is when you are truly exploring. You find yourself in having truly become that which you have had inside of you to become truly. The act of becoming has been realized. Namaste to you. So those are the 4 tenets. Wonderful to kind of just re-go over these. Quick orders of business, and then let's open up the damn line, huh? First and foremost, guys, send me a little something. I got something in the mail today, a beautiful gift. A beautiful gift. I was told not to go over it on stream, but an absolutely gorgeous gift. And guys, send me something. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois, 60647. 60647. Send me something. I love getting a postcard, getting a letter, getting a package, any goddamn thing you want to send me, send it on over. Now, that order of business, and we got this one too. Go visit the website. Go visit the damn website. But also patreon.com. Explorations. We got the Patreon. We got the Community of Devoted Light. More details about that later. If you're looking for the true materials of the program, you're looking for the Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. Not all of you are going to be called to that. All right? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not getting a lot of bright, devoted light vibes from the chat right now. But if you've got a couple extra dollars a month and you feel called, I'm talking to lurkers mainly the lurkers right now. I know you're there. If you've got a couple dollars extra a month, you want to get to the real deal materials, you want the Community Devoted Light. More details about that to come. All right. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, Phil Z74 with a communal vision. Let's get to that before we jump in. Here we go. Quick question of the program. Were a pair of jeans, would they be slim fit, relaxed fit, or boot cut? I needed some fat, so I put a little bit of iced coffee with half and half. I needed fat. I was like falling asleep earlier. That is such a good question, Phil Z74. That is a fantastic question. Phil Z74, thank you so much. Slim fit, relaxed fit, or boot cut? I'm going to have to think about that. We're going to be returning to that. Phil Z74, thank you. Relax fit. Never mind. I got it. Relax fit. Relax fit. Like a nice warm. Right now my answer is relax fit. All right. And guys, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's theme. We're putting our foot on the gas. We're talking about getting everything you want. Everything you want. You call me up. We talk about everything you want. We get a plan together to get everything you want. Period. End of story. Let's talk about it. We guys, every once in a while, we need to step away from the tools. We need to step away from the stuff. We need to address the heart. We need to address the soul. What is that burning engine? Why have you all come here? Why have you all come here? You came here for transformation. You came here to realize that person inside of you waiting to be unlocked and unleashed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about that. Let's talk about exactly that. What version of yourself are you chipping away at, trying to pull out of the marble like a Michelangelo? What version of yourself is out there floating in the ether that you are trying to infuse with material reality? Make it real. Let's get everything you want. Namaste, communal vision from Orchestar. Is jorts an option? Orchestra, I'm going to throw that up to Phil Z74. Phil Z, I need you to answer that question. Is jorts an option? Please respond. Namaste. Namaste. All right, guys, it's going to take me a second to open up the line. There we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is live. 773-974-9585. 773-974-9585. Let's transform some lives tonight, everybody. Let's talk about getting everything you want. Namaste. 773. What was the rest of the number? 974-9585. 773-974-9585. Real quick affirmation for fellas, listen. If you can just drink straight half and half. It feels good and it tastes good. And it's powerful. Very generous. Orchestar throwing that affirmation for the fellas. Very generous of you, Orc. And we got someone on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, we got, you're going to recognize this person right away. A frequent first-time caller. Namaste, Explorer. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. This is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight? Michaela, welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight?
I got you on my big TV.
Real quick affirmation for ladies. Listen, you can also, everything I thought of was TOS. One moment.
That's what you think of when you think of women?
I mean, that's what I was inspired to do and say for women at that point. Listen, there are a variety. Listen, if you're one of the girls that likes to hurt yourself, there are so many ways to do it. Namaste. All right, Michaela. That really resonated with you, huh?
Yeah.
Right. We don't got to do the same old stuff. We can, think about it. We can think about, we can brainstorm, and I'd be happy to brainstorm. But Michaela, something tells me you are calling up about getting everything you want, Michaela. Pond Scum gifting a sub to Miss Hammer Time. Namaste. Orchestra, also thank you so much for those bits. Thank you so much. Moderator Orchestra being very generous tonight. And Framware's got a communal vision coming up. Michaela, what do you want?
I want a job that's fulfilling, that I also enjoy and will keep me alive.
A job that's fulfilling and will keep you alive. What is that? Well, go ahead. Well, real quick before that, we got a communal vision coming in from Framweird. Can we get a top 5 ways to hurt yourself guru? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We can do that. Is that that? I think that is literally. We're gonna. I might have to post about that on Discord. I think that might be. I mean, that might be too hot for Twitch.tv.
I mean,
We've been rated the windbag. Hey, brother, it is wonderful to see the windbag. Namaste. Everybody welcome Brother Windbag, Explorer Windbag to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Everyone, how are you doing? Welcome and come on in. Tonight we are exploring getting everything we want tonight. Everything we want through the program of Explorations. I am putting my mind, my soul, my heart, and the simple yet profound tools of the most effective personal power program in the country to the test to help you get everything you want. Brother Windbag, it's good to see you, by the way. How are we? How are we, brother? It's good to see ya. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Some names I haven't seen in a while. It's so nice to see these people. I'm seeing Mother Carp. I haven't seen you in a minute. I haven't seen who else? Communal Vision. Oh, very exciting. Can't wait to get this perspective from Mother Nipplebottom. Let's hear you're getting a job voice, caller. Go.
Like interviewing for one? Is that what they mean?
Yep.
Oh, hi, yes, I'm just, I'm so interested. I just want to help people, and I understand that there may be benefits if I have a full-time position, but, the main goal of me working for this company is just to help others.
I didn't believe a goddamn word you said. Personally speaking, communal vision, but we're not here to refine those skills, even though that was interesting to hear. PhilZ74 Friday Night Forking says PhilZ74 Friday Night Forking. Craig gifting another 5 subs. Craig opening that blouse, undoing the he's got a bra on that snaps in the front, undoes it. Both breasts engorged, lactating, spilling out milk for all to see, all to feel. Namaste to you. Quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, if you see a breast that's lactating and you look up and make eye contact, that's a good day. Don't second guess stuff like that. Namaste. What?
Bras that snap in the front are awful.
You know, it's everybody's everybody's got their own take, and so your opinion on the front snapping bras, they're thumbs down. You don't like them.
Yeah, they don't stay put. They always end up coming undone.
That's the opposite of what a bra is supposed to do.
In your normal day today, yes, I suppose.
You know what I mean? Well, I mean. Most of the time it's meant to not stop, holding and supporting a breast.
If you're trying to be like cheeky, then I guess it would be good. But like,
what did you say?
Yeah. If you're trying to be cheeky, if you're trying to be feisty and flirty and. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. That could be useful.
Yeah.
But sometimes, well, sometimes I think about the burden of breasts, and I'm like, we should get rid of them.
There's surgery for it. It's just kind of expensive.
Cut them off. Moist Unicorns says penis. Any response?
Oh, I saw an old man's one a little while ago. At work.
You saw an old penis at work earlier?
Yeah.
So I guess let's go ahead and then jump right back over to what you brought up today. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that there's a connection. You see an old dick and then saying like, hey, I'd love a job that's fulfilling. Something tells me this new job ain't it. Am I right?
Yeah, because, well, that was actually my old job, but this new job, I'm gonna have to sit with.
Community Vision from PhilZ74. I'd follow Moist Unicorns. I get a boner over their LinkedIn profile on the regs, which means regular. So he's regularly checking updates to his professional LinkedIn account and getting physically sexually aroused, a rigid penis, so to speak.
My new job requires that I sit with people who have dementia and are confused or are suicidal. And I'm supposed to do
Rough
nothing.
group.
I'm going to sit and watch them for 12 hours. And I learned recently that I actually can't bring anything in with me. Not a water bottle, not anything to entertain me. I just have to sit there for 12 hours and look at them.
And do you talk to him?
I can, I think, yeah.
Have you given that a go yet?
Not yet. I'm shadowing next week, but when I learned that I actually couldn't bring anything in with me, it made me so frightened. And I heard a really interesting story about
that. I think so. Let's go ahead and look. Let's start there. So, I would imagine that if I asked you what kind of job would be fulfilling, that it would be difficult to come up with a clear answer. Am I right about that?
Correct.
Okay. So let's go around to the back door, give a knock, 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 and take the different approach. Let's start there, and let's illustrate what you don't want. So first of all, it sounds like you want to fuck around on your phone and drink water out of your water bottle. Is that those would be a little more fulfilling, right?
Yeah, I'd like to be able to drink water.
Okay, drinking water is important, and like maybe playing one of these like Special Nicky or something, like one of those dress up games. You like those games?
I've been
Shining Nicky.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Framboyard. If someone is about to kill themselves and your only option is to prevent it is to kill them first, would that be Christly?
Well, it is absolutely. It's just that you forgot like the part about like also enjoying the job, like a job that's fulfilling and also one that doesn't like slowly sort of kill my brain.
Fulfilling. So something that is sustaining, like it gives you something back, right? It gives you an energy back. That's an important part of fulfillment for you.
Or at least that I can tolerate the time passing.
Pepperoncini with a communal vision also. Pepperoncini, he's got such tremendous... Wouldn't you agree he's got great communal visions?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
They're interesting.
Pepperoncini, men have sitting at the bed and listening to their tinnitus while they stare at the wall for 1,000 years. You're getting paid to do the same thing and complaining?
I mean, some people get paid to wear glasses on OnlyFans because people find it attractive and they don't even need them.
Is that what you want to do?
No.
But drinking water and being on your phone is important. Well, listen, I think it's very important to start with what else do we not like? So listen, I think I'm going to plant one question. I think this is going to open up some doors for you. What if you're not a good person?
What do you mean?
What if you want to this is the second job in a row that you are helping people, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's something wrong, right? There's something not right about the makeup. I don't think you're happy doing these jobs. Phil Z74, hey, Mickey La. So let's say I offer you a job where you can scroll your phone. Let's see where this goes. But you have to drink chocolate milk mixed with root beer, liquid diabetes. Are you in?
So long as it's not like just because that's a thing you're into, like sexually.
As long as he's not, no, I think you'd have to be like, you'd have to like wear his mom's nightgown and be on horseback. He's always got weird stuff that gets him going.
No, I wouldn't do that then.
Yeah, I think okay. So listen, I just want you to think about it. What if you're not a good person?
What What do you mean by good person?
Mother Nipplebottom, do you need a fulfilling job to have a fulfilling life, or do you need a fulfilling life first to have a fulfilling job?
I mean, yeah, I need a fulfilling life, but if you feel like you're not accomplishing anything, or, you know, like they kind of go hand in hand in a way, right?
There we go. We just stumbled onto something. Accomplishment, right? The A word.
Yeah.
The A word. Well, listen,
Yeah.
I feel as if we could drill down in a million different directions on this specific topic. You're unhappy. That's important to keep in mind. Don't let anybody take that unhappiness away from you. And in the meantime, think about that fulfillment stuff, but also think about what if how about this? In order to explore, maybe you're not a good person. What if you did like a moratorium on being a good person?
A moratorium?
Yeah, like you just hit pause on the whole shebang. Worked at a Lids or a Claire's or a cell phone kiosk.
I worked at Brahms for a bit.
You worked at where?
Brahms, the ice cream place. Oh, you can't have milk. I'm sorry.
For a day?
No, for like months. It was my first job. You want to hear something real messed up?
Quick communal vision from Chromatic Mage. Fill your bra with bags of water and sip the water through a straw.
Oh. I mean, yeah, like what are they going to do? They're going to say take your bra off? It's like, no.
They can't say that. You can't say that. You can just say that.
Yeah, you can't say that. What's with the straw? This is for medical reasons. It goes to my ostomy. Why are you drinking out of your ostomy?
Right. Do you have a straw? Are you lactating into this straw and just drinking it?
Yes. Yeah.
And you say, yeah.
If I was suicidal and I saw that, I think that would either push me over the edge.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. You know how God will make those like paintings or statues like cry every once in a while?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe along those lines. Either way, listen, Michaela, it's been a great call. Thank you so much for calling in. But yeah, consider not being a good person for a while, okay?
Can I say the messed up thing just real fast?
Please, yes.
They were warning us about why we can't bring in extra sheets and stuff there's like a lot of stuff that the suicidal people can't have.
Sure.
She said, the lady who was speaking at orientation said that there was actually a sitter, which is what I'm doing, who was watching a suicidal patient during the night. They had an extra sheet. They pulled the sheet over their head. The patient did. Shoved their head into the handle of the hospital bed, shoved their head in there, and then cracked their own neck while trying to claw their eyes out of their skull.
And they did this with what?
They took like a bed sheet and wrapped it around their head, and I guess I don't know why, but they just kind of shoved their head into like a gap that was in the hospital bed handle and like cracked their own neck and like plied their eyes out of their skull to kill themselves. And the sitter thought that they were just sleeping with a sheet over their head, but they noticed blood.
You know, we used to innovate. We used to innovate in this country, and that is a perfect example of the spirit that is too often just lost on these on the newer generations. Now we've got our phones, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're on apps all day. We're not doing stuff like that. We're not
killing ourselves in innovative ways.
Exactly. Well, that was gorgeous, and I really appreciate you kind of planting that seed at the end of the call, Michaela.
Yeah.
All right. Well, namaste, Michaela. Good luck.
Yeah.
773-974-9585. Seven 974-9585. Also, real quick, before we move on, I want to do a quick shout out.
Running people over should be a misdemeanor if you're on CBD.
It's a no-brainer. It's one of those political issues that it's like one of those just low-hanging fruit. Any politician can just snatch it up and just kind of make hay out of it on the campaign trail. It's such a populist issue. Populist. You want to rebrand as a populist?
Running
Take that
people
one.
over should be a misdemeanor if you're on CBD.
I'll do another one.
I invite the sun into my soul to sanitize the ancient filth that turns without rest. I invite the moon into my heart to embolden the stench and creep of this filth as it animates my mind and body.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Namaste. And, all right, so let's. Oh, real quick shout out. Over the weekend, we did an Infatuations with Leslie Tanner, and we have kind of a precedent, a historic situation. We have our first two-time winner. Our first two-time winner of an Infatuations with Leslie Tanner going down in the history books of explorations. That is Michaela. Yep, I shoot her like cats. Our Michaela has put 2 W's up on the board, walking away at the end of the night with two of those hoes. So congrats, namaste to Michaela. Michaela did a great job the other night. And blessings and namaste to you for that performance. Now let's go ahead and move on to our second caller of the night. Caller, welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
It's Bar.
Poor. Namaste to you. How are you tonight?
Doing okay.
Wonderful. Wonderful to hear. Doing okay. And did you get some stuff in the mail from me?
I think I did, but I am not at that address currently. I'm gonna go there in like 2 days. I'm excited to get the stuff in the mail.
Beautiful. And I know you sent something to Kipple too. I want to make sure Kipple got his as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'll bring that back.
Yeah, if it pops into your head, I'd love to know. But either way, Poor, it's great to hear from you, and I'm glad that you're just doing okay, getting through it, it sounds like. Now, tonight we are exploring getting everything we want. Now, talk to me, Poor. Let's put our foot on the gas. What do you want?
Okay, let's go. So I yesterday was my last day of work for this season, I guess. I'm 4 months unemployed, starting today. It'd be cool to have steady work. Other than that, I need to fix my car. I'm to make it beautiful.
Let's push it a little bit. So I'm okay. So firstly, I'm hearing communal vision real fast, real quick from Phil Z74. Very inspirational tonight. Poor is everything you want is an address that you actually reside at instead of mommy's.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to stay out of mommy.
So add that to the list.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it currently, but yeah.
Beautiful. All right, so we're starting the list with steady work and to fix your car. What's wrong with the car?
She's old. She's old. She's old as hell. I need like new suspension, new brakes, tires.
You need to do those things? You're talking about like $2,000.
Yeah, like at least.
Yeah. I got a little tickle. Give me a second.
The tickle's back. I have another one I want to tickle out.
All right, there we go. Now we're back. Now, okay, let's talk. Listen, Poor. I'm gonna push you a little
What
bit on
flavor
this, okay?
Celsius?
I'm gonna push you a little bit on this, all right?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you say that you want to fix your car. You say that you want to you get regular work. You know what that doesn't sound like to me?
What?
Everything. It doesn't sound like everything. I'm talking. I want you to reach for the sky. I want you to shoot for the moon and land among the stars, brother. I want to hear everything that you want. I don't want to like, I need a ride. I need a ride to cash my check at Walmart or something like this. Sure, add that to the list, but let's go further. What kind of car do you want? What kind of job do you want? What kind of life do you want?
I feel like I'm like a 35% there. I have the car that I want. I just need to make it work good. I got a good head start on that. The job I want, I'm working for it. This kid got it instead of me. It was really poorly on the test. It was the wheelbarrow thing.
I didn't understand a word you said. Could you say that one more time?
Yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah, no, I'm working on it. Like, I'm gonna be a ranger with a cool car soon enough.
Cool car. What's a cool car?
It's like a little Japanese like 4-wheeler.
Japanese. What was that?
Drive Mitsubishi. The Mitsubishi.
Does it? What does it look like?
It looks like a Montero, but it's short. It's like a tiny Montero, like a Suzuki Samurai.
Ooh. Shape. Is it? Does it go fast?
It's a little speedy for what it is, but it's a right-hand drive car. It's from Japan. It's cool.
Communal vision from Larry Picklejar. Caller, would you rather have a cool car like a Hyundai Sonata or a hot girlfriend with giant titties that you can suck all day?
Okay, so that's what I'm getting to. So, okay, can I tell you the other thing? I want to go to Japan. I go to Japan to meet my friend, and she says that we can sleep together and cuddle. And it's going to be great. We're going to cuddle in Tokyo. That's what I want.
So you want to go to Japan and you want to cuddle with your friend in Japan?
Yeah.
And this is everything to you.
I think it's enough to buy a plane ticket and
Framwyard, shoot for the moon and you'll bust among the stars, Milky Way style. Any response to that?
Yeah, Milky Way style. Go to hotel, Milky Way, bust, Tokyo bust.
No. Are there breasts for you in Japan? Is that what made you think of that?
Yeah, I think maybe.
Beautiful. I love that. So Japan, cool car that goes fast, kind of for what it is. And we got Godspeed coming in with a subscription. Explorer has a tail and a long vagina. It comes up into the abdomen. I think we can stop making new dogs for a little bit. Just savor what we got. So Godspeed making a public decree, hey, let's pump the brakes on the new dogs. Robert from WA, namaste to you. Robert from Washington, namaste and welcome on in. Namaste to you. Blessings. Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us, Robert. Now, okay, so let's go even further. How about, do you want to stay in Japan? What do you like? What do you see long term for yourself?
That'd be cool. No, she lives here. We just don't hang out that much.
What was that?
She lives here. She's just on a month-long vacation.
I thought you said you wanted to go to a show at the Sphere.
What? No, I said she lives here. The Sphere is terrifying. I don't want to go to the Sphere.
Yeah, a lot of opinions, a lot of divisive opinions on the sphere in this community. So
Have you seen
listen.
the Wizard of
Go
Oz?
say yes.
Wizard-
Continue.
AI? Yeah. You see the Wizard of Oz AI sphere creatures, critters, the little extra guys, just waving, clapping.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, pretty big.
Yeah, I'm all in on AI art now. I love it.
You should sell some.
What was that?
You should sell some.
I am a little bit. We got to do an object night. We got to do a NFT night. Maybe maybe yeah. I've been meaning to email everybody. We'll do that soon. Have a night where we set up our wallet for objects, so I can give you the NFTs that I owe you, that you have coming to you. Now listen. Before we get into this, that, or the other direction, what I hear, listen. You got this whole like, you can be a soft-spoken guy. All right, I know that you've got this kind of chill sort of unsuspecting vibe to your presentation at times, and not that can't come with its benefits, certainly. But I when you list these things, I don't really hear the spiritual erection in your voice, Purr.
Is it usually there?
I want to hear I want to hear a glutton. I want to hear somebody who just can't get enough. What is everything that you want? Right now you've labeled some pretty reasonable things.
And I'm
I don't is this like titties, cars, and money?
all right. That's normal.
Well, titties, cars, and money. It was like, yeah, I guess I would like this. It was like the
No,
yeah.
no, those are the things I need. I need them right now.
I want to hear a crack addict yelling at me. I want to hear. One of the most terrifying things I've ever thought of in my life, and I spent a year kind of meditating on this image, was the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, I love Taz.
I love Taz too.
A picture that says "We love Taz."
Now imagine Taz with an erection, right?
Heck yeah.
I mean, it's awesome. But then put yourself in an open plain, a high desert plain with Tasmanian devil. And he's got erection and he starts spinning. He's coming right for you. You know what's going to happen? Framwyard, bring your friend a front snap bar as a thank you gift. I think he meant to say bra. Bring your friend a front snap bra as a thank you.
Cool.
And we've got another communal vision coming in from Larry Picklejar. Larry Picklejar piping up tonight, which I very much appreciate. Namaste to you, Larry Picklejar. Communal vision, caller, if you're going to lust after an Asian, you should go North Korea. They appreciate guys who have bread and rice, and they still have those sideways vaginas you're looking for.
North Korea sounds great. Larry.
Always a very colorful contribution from Larry Picklejar. Namaste to you. Now listen, so poor. I just want you to meditate on this, right? All right, I want you to meditate on how scared you are of Taz with an erection coming across the field, right?
Oh yeah. Is he gonna fuck me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
And you've been terminated. Namaste. We got to adjust that price again. I said I was going to do it, but I didn't do it. Whatever. This is what it is tonight. I'm not doing it right now. Termies are back to 1,000 for a night. I'm gonna put it back to 15 next stream because they're like permanent terms now because of our call system. Namaste. Namaste to Larry Picklejar saying bye-bye, saying nai-nai to Purr. So hopefully Purr, yeah, I want you to embody that idea of like Taz with a boner, Taz with an erection, Taz, a rapacious Taz. I got hiccups. All right, here we go. Wait, overturn Big Rig. Did you ever answer the other night? What do you play? Oh. All right, we got a new caller. Caller, welcome back on to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's been a while since I've heard from you. It's great to see that name. Caller, as you know, I'm Leslie. What's something we can call you tonight?
Listen, it's a goddamn Tony Spaghetti.
Holy moly. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been months without a peep from pillar of the community, Tony Spaghetti. Tony Spaghetti, how are you doing tonight? Before you answer that communal vision from Larry Picklejar, Wikipedia says the way to cure hiccups is to show your butthole and perineum live on stream. Live on stream.
Listen, I like Larry's approach where he says, "Listen, go for the gold." You know what I'm saying? Just show butthole. Maybe it'll scare you enough. I like what he's doing. He's not wrong.
No, there is an amount of truth to that. There is an amount of truth to that. Now, that's that, and you have been terminated, Tony Spaghetti. Namaste.
I love Larry.
Blessings and namaste. Blessings and namaste. Larry Picklejar, ruthless with the termies tonight. Ruthless with the termies tonight. Larry Picklejar says, call back Tony. Larry Picklejar saying, call back Tony. Overturn Big Rig. How are you going to keep ducking my... I play around turntables and saxophone. There, I was wondering if I was going to miss your answer again, or if you were going to avoid me. But thank you so much. Namaste to you. I figured you played something. You caught the There Will Never Be Another Goo-Woo the other day, because I couldn't think of what else to play. Namaste. Namaste. All right, let's get another one in here. I tried that like 4 times before streaming. All right, we got another caller. Caller, welcome back on to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I could call you tonight?
Hey, it's Phil Z.
Namaste. Phil Z74. How are we tonight?
I'm doing good. I got a package in the mail recently.
A what in the mail?
A package.
You got a package. Tell me about that package.
It is a very robust shirt with a beautiful little black hole on it, and it had a personalized note. It was beautiful, and it kind of looks like my butthole, but I'm gonna wear it around. I'm gonna say like Leslie's bleached anus. I'm gonna add a little bit of my own screen printing onto it, but yeah, it's gorgeous. I want to thank you for that.
Namaste. Phil Z74.
I bought it from your merch store.
Yeah, Phil Z74 finally receiving that beautiful classic Namaste T-shirt from the merch store on the website, theprogramworks.com. Thank you so much for ordering that beautiful bespoke piece, and may it bring you a recognition and respect in your community.
But I have to add my little own accent to it, Can't just keep it all. I gotta make it my own.
What are you gonna add? What are you gonna put on it?
I'm gonna put a little note saying, hey, this is what I look like in bed, a yellow, faceless, spiritless being, and no one will touch me. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I like the topic this evening. I want to tell you, I've got a great idea, and I think this is going to really resonate with you.
Talk to me about it right now. I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait to hear this. The theme being getting everything that we want. Phil Z with a huge idea. Lay it on us, Phil.
I think I kind of want to just be Jesus.
You want to say it again?
I want to just go walk around, be Jesus. I want to just walk around and be like, oh, spirits, miracle here, boopity boop, and just start like doing miracles and stuff, and then like talking all philosophical and be like, hey, you know, there was a guy, he was walking through the desert, and he's like, oh, I'm lost. But then he's like, oh, but are you really lost, or are you already there? And then he goes, oh my God, I'm already there. I want to start doing, I don't want to just stop at being in the central plane of the universe. I want to go viral, you know. I could just be Jesus. Do you think that would work? It's not,
you
it's not
are cooking
like
with gas. Phil Z74 wanting to be Jesus. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, as much as I would love to hear about your short-term goals in chat as we call tonight and discuss getting everything that you want. Everything that you want in life. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly where we're going, exactly what we're doing here at Explorations, the most effective personal power program in the country. And as much as I would love to hear about your short-term goals, love to hear about what you're going to get out of the fridge when you get up off your chair in a couple minutes, what I am interested is nothing less than everything that you want. And what I just heard from Phil is the first time tonight that I truly believe that this is the extent of what Phil Z wants. He wants to be a Jesus-type figure saying philosophical stuff, walking around and keep going on that.
No
keep going.
Climb on rocks. I want to like sing like little verses to people and go, oh, do you believe? And just like little, like, that's all I want. It's like, it would change everything. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh. But then, yeah, I think someone in chat said something about turning water into wine. That's definitely part of the equation. No offense. I mean, let's not hide a card here. You know, everybody knows. I turned that stuff into like multiple Franzias, and there's just be like a huge bunch of tables out. Everybody's drinking Franzia or Boda Box. You know, take your pick. And then, you know, I don't know about the fish thing. That's kind of weird. You know,
sure.
I'd probably get everybody a tenderloin. You know, I don't know why he did that. Why did he do fish? So stupid. You should make like a fucking ribeye or something. You know, then now you're talking. I could be like a better Jesus. I could probably even be better than that. I'd be like, hey, look at this. You remember that old Jesus? He made fish and little unleavened bread. You know what I got you? I got you this honey butter and this fresh baked bread and a ribeye. Kiss my ass.
That's what I'm imagining, you setting up a party next to the parties that he shows up at, and you know everyone's like, "Oh my God, Jesus is at the party," and then you set up, and you're like, "The other Jesus is at the party across the street," and you've got better shit, better music. You're saying better stuff. Everyone likes you better food.
Jaw Rule on. It's like, come on, man, let's go.
I think that's gorgeous.
Place to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about tonight. Somebody swinging for the damn fences, wanting to be, you know, seeing the Son of God and saying, I can be better. I want to be better. I want to beat his ass.
The other thing I would really do too is be really fucking good at wiffle ball. And like you'd come up and just like try to pitch past me with a wiffle ball, and I'd just like knock it miles away. Just like, yeah, can't do it. I'm Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of gonna, and then like right now, I could probably just like touch your chest or something, your sternum, and I'd be like, pick up, goodbye. And then I'm like, Jesus did it again. You know, that's what but it's all you got to do. I don't know. I'm kind of close. I've been getting closer, one day at a time. I mean,
Nindy knew. Phil just wants magic powers.
No, that's not right. It's a very specific set. I disagree with Nindy. That's not
Phil, listen,
I'm not Infinity Gauntleting right here. I'm more focused on, you know, this is a cultural movement.
Phil, listen. I think what you have given us is the greatest gift. And I'm not just saying that. You've given us the greatest gift tonight of a call. I haven't heard about, you know, wanting to get a better job, wanting to run errands better, wanting to see a friend, wanting to, you know, whatever. I hear someone swinging for the fences, seeing what they're capable of. And that's the thing. That's the thing, Phil, is that I hear you saying that stuff about being Jesus, about being better than Jesus, about dominating Jesus, about you saying cool, smart, philosophical shit. That's an enigma that like brings, you know, a sense of tumult yet sort of resonance to people's minds and hearts. I see you capable. I see you saying that, and I believe that you are capable of it. I believe in you, Phil. I believe that you can and will do these things through the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations.
Well, so who's to say that this dimension is the only dimension, right? I could be doing this stuff at night and you wouldn't know. You know?
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's stay focused.
Wow, that's going a little too weird. All right, gotcha.
Let's focus back up. I don't know I don't know what this dimension stuff is.
Well, that's the science of it, but yeah, I'll keep that to myself.
Well, yeah, you were, the call was going so good, Phil, until you said that stuff. As soon as you brought up this dimension stuff, I don't know exactly where you were going or what you were hoping to get out of it, but it's starting to really eat at the quality of this call. It was a really great call until then.
Well, fair enough. I don't want to bore you with details. I think that's kind of like the underpinnings, you know. It's not interesting. You're right. Hey, so I heard there are 3 cures to hiccups. You eat a bunch of peanut butter, you drink water upside down, or you get one of those teeter hang-ups and just like hang upside down, and then you're like, I feel great. And then afterwards, no hiccups. Just so you know. Little tip from the...
I'll meditate on this. I will. I'll meditate on this. I'm going to be we've got one more caller, and then I'll be taking a break for my sort of my relieving my pee break.
Well, can I tell you something real quick before you let me go?
Please, Phil, please. It's been great to speak to you.
I miss you a lot, and you look great. Good haircut.
Thank you so much, Phil. I did just get a haircut, and I appreciate you noticing and saying that. It feels good, and I miss you as well. I know life brings so many curves and
well, you
what have you.
that sword, and next thing you know, there's little rapscallions running around going, "Wee, take care of me." So
exactly.
That's why I just gotta go out.
Okay, we're heading. Okay, so let's listen. We've had a really great call. Let's not fuck it up anymore. Okay.
Namaste.
Namaste, Phil. Namaste. Beautiful. Almost perfect call. Almost perfect call. I don't know what that stuff. It was really just one foot in front of the other. You know, listening, responding to the theme, keeping us focused, moving things forward, but then at the end saying like, what if there's another dimension? What if my blue is your red? Like, God damn it. We were really close to having a really nice call. Blessings and namaste to you. Blessings, namaste. Muck wrote Dose saying definitely not a douche haircut. Definitely not a douche bag haircut. Listen, when you reach the levels of success that I have reached, then people throw all sorts of words at you. People throw all sorts of this, that, and the other at you, and you just gotta take it on the chin, because the light and tools that you bring to the world are so profound. You're so simple that people are going to attack you for a million reasons under the sun, and that's just one of them. You know, if you think that's the first time I've heard the being called a douchebag, yeah. Oh, namaste. I love that we can all joke around. I do. I really love joking around. Caller, welcome back to Explorations. This is Leslie. Who am I speaking to?
Yeah, it's Tony. How you doing?
Tony, welcome back. Tony Spaghetti coming back to the program after getting terminated by Larry Picklejar first time around. How'd that feel?
Hey, you know what? Can I tell you something? It's all right. I'm taking a shit in the bathroom. Can you hear the acoustics? It's pretty nice, you know.
It's nice and direct. I'm getting a nice direct line from you.
Right. Yeah, no, listen. It's all right. Listen, our guy out here, you know, he likes to terminate people. You know what you got to do? You say, thank you so much. Such a blessing. You know? Thank you. You get hate on that boy. He's gonna fucking, you know, he's gonna terminate me. Yeah, you know, it's all right. You know? Exactly. You know, he brings the a certain element of question. Right. He really embodies that question, right? He's going to ask the question. He does.
He's going to destroy that which can be destroyed. He's going to enter in the realm of chaos. And who are we to say that's enough?
Right, because he said, listen, can I tell you how much I thought about this for a little bit? I got a little bit upset. You know what I mean? I got a little bit upset. And, you know, I thought about this, and I kind of ruminated on it when I was taking a shit. And he's like, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe I need to take my break, you know? Maybe I got to fucking listen a little bit before I call in again, you know? Maybe I get into the perspective on life if someone tells me what's going on and say, you know what, I appreciate Larry Picklejar's termination to give me more guidance, you know? Wow. Big moves. Big moves, you know?
So listen, what a journey you've been on already tonight, Tony. So let's just jump right into the theme, though. I do want to take you to task on this theme. Tonight we are exploring getting everything that we want. So tell me, what is it? What is everything that you want, Tony?
Well, listen, you know, I just recently got out of jail. You know that?
Right.
You know, we talked about this? Listen, you know, you and I have had a deep relationship. You know, now I recently got out of prison. Listen, on a charge, you know, hey, listen, who knows? You know, not gonna squeal, not gonna say anything. Now I'm in a flop house, right? You know, when the felon house, you know, where everybody kind of collegates. The only thing I want right now, everything I want, is the homeless guy who lives out in front of my house to fucking get the fuck out of here. That's it. The only thing I want. My life is very constrained to very particulars. If the homeless guy cannot take a shit in front of my lawn, I'm gonna be happy. And that's where I feel like I'm very like. And we talked about the explorations. Like I have to really double down. Mm-hmm. But I don't like the homeless. You know that. I don't like that. And there's a homeless guy taking a shit in front of in a fucking tent in front of my house, and I say, get the fuck every morning. Get out of here. Get your fucking tent out of here. He doesn't leave.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm ready to go.
I'd like to kind of add a little bit of context to this. Now, some of you may remember this, but a time ago, before the prison stint, different era in Tony Spaghetti's life, Tony Spaghetti had called up several times to openly discuss a very unbridled. I won't say hatred necessarily. Would you go as far as to say hatred?
Oh, no, listen, I'll hit him. You know, I'll hit him, you know.
Let's just say distaste for the homeless.
Sure.
Right. And yeah, you've expressed that you have been violent and will continue to be so should you feel it necessary. Now, as far as, so what I'm hearing though, somebody might listen to that and say like, prison made Tony soft, because I don't hear a manifesto about how much you hate homeless people, we're hearing about one homeless guy. Now, some people might say prison made Tony soft. You know what I would say though? Prison made Tony focused. You know,
sir.
Before, when you would call up and you'd be shouting from the mountaintops. It's not just about the homeless guy in front of your apartment, not about the homeless guy standing outside your work. It was about all homeless people all the time. What I'm hearing you right now is that you are more focused. You're focused about Tony. You know what Tony's life involved. Namaste, silly bee.
Good
Blessings and
vibes
namaste.
only?
Quote,
Good vibes are a sickness. They are
No, 'cause
breast
I
milk to the
listened to the
feeble-minded.
program, right? Like I was in jail, and like here's the thing about being in jail, which is the most fantastic thing about anybody who goes in jail. Listen to the program. If you go into jail, listen to Leslie, because it's 100% what you need to fucking figure out in your life. You know, explorations. Leslie Tanners means explorations. I'm the same way you do in the jail. And I did my time, and I got out, and like what I'm saying, Les, is like, listen, I've been an avid follower for 4.5 years, brother. You know, I got your back entirely. I will die for you. Not a big deal. I'll take the charge too. You know.
Of course.
People have to understand this power program goes beyond just normal into jail. Now I'm out. Now I'm out of jail, and I take the same principles, and I say, listen, this fucking homeless guy who shows up in front of my fucking house, I'm going to explore.
Chromatic Mage says, take a shit in his tent, look him in the eyes while you do it.
Listen, can I tell you that? Yeah, I would love to take a shit. Listen, can I unzip that guy's tent and take a shit in his tent? Hold on, quick question. If I take a shit in the guy's tent, is that my tent now? You know? Is it kind of like a finders keepers, losers weepers? If I take a shit in his tent, now it's my tent, and I got extra. What do you think about that? I don't know. Is that too much?
No, listen, brother. Listen. I love how you're putting one foot in front of the other, dealing with the situation as it comes up. I gotta say that I love where your head's at, and I think unequivocally, and I say this as a therapist who works with the homeless on a daily basis. I'm working with the homeless on their mental health. And I can say from my direct personal experience with individuals and them as a group, absolutely yes. If you shit in this man's tent, it is your tent.
Good. I like that. Yeah, good. Thank you. Listen, I would just like to say to everybody who is offended by these homeless people who show up, take a shit in their tent. It's kind of like the game Risk. You know, right? Like you gotta put your armies in there. You're like, whoops, sorry, Kamchatka's mine. You know, you get in there, you take the whole thing. You know. Mm-hmm. But I want to talk about. Let's back up a little bit. I got out of jail like maybe 6 months ago. You know, I'm in a flop house with a bunch of felons. You know, but I still listen to you every week. Every week. It's a real thing that I have to do is put it on my schedule to understand Leslie Tanner. I got to get myself together because, you know, the power program is the only thing that kept me, you got me out of jail. Let me tell you, listen, you didn't get me into jail. I got myself into jail. You got me out of jail, and you got to keep myself out of jail. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Listen, you're such an asset to the program. This is what you've proven time and time again, that your spirit, your focus, and your commitment are an asset to this program, both inside prison and outside prison. That has been demonstrated beyond all doubt. Now, one question I have for you, though, listen. So wait, actually, before that, in terms of getting everything you want, are you saying that you want to stay out of prison?
I mean, like, I'll go back. I have fun friends there. Right. You know what I mean? I got great friends. Like, I'll go back, you know.
Right. Well, listen. Well, I heard you were making some friends in recruitment for the.
I want to say. Right. I want to stay out of jail. I would like to stay out of jail. But if I go back to jail, I got great friends. But I want to stay out. You know, I would like to stay out. But these homeless guys who are showing up, everything that I want is these homeless people to not engage with me. I guess if I can draw a parallel, I don't want these assholes, challenging me. Like, take your tent, get the fuck out of here. Like, I just got out of jail. I'll burn your fucking whole house down. Like, what do you mean? I don't know what to do. I'm at a turning point.
Interesting. Well, listen, I think that this is a perfect grounds to be asking exactly this question, getting everything you want. Now, Tony, this process of coming back out to the real world is going to be a process. Exactly that. It's going to be one foot in front of the other, but I love the focus. I love the energy. I want you to take one step past the homeless guy, though. What is something else that you want past? Let's say that through some stroke of the universe, that guy got a heart attack and he's not pooping in front of your lawn anymore. What's the next thing that Tony wants?
It's really funny. Can't tell you this much, Les. I step over this piece of shit homeless guy, and I get a churro every day at 3 o'clock. Have you heard of a churro? Do you know about a churro?
Absolutely love a churro.
Yeah, this is the only thing I got. I'm just out of jail. I'm in a fucking flop house with a bunch of felons. I walk over a homeless guy at 3 p.m. This incredible Mexican lady who understands who makes those churros. She's like, churro. I'm like, yeah, I want those. That's the only thing I got left right now in my life. So you're right. I got to focus on the churro, not on the homeless guy in front of me. On the churro, right? Am I wrong?
No, both.
Right?
I'm just wanting to hear what else you want. Philzy74, Tony, have you ever tried slicing them thin as garlic and lemon and throwing it at inmates and homeless and saying "skabadish"?
First of all, listen. I'm out. That's in jail
That's
talk.
It. Call it. Namaste to you, Tony.
Yeah. Wait, what? Am I right?
What? I thought you said that's it. I'm calling it.
Oh, no, I'm good. Wait, well, no, I'm good. You want me to leave? I'll leave. It's okay. Don't worry. I'm good.
I thought we were landing the plane. Okay, we're not landing the plane. But
No, I can land the plane. Listen, I'll leave right now. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Namaste, Tony. Beautiful. Guys, wasn't it a treat to speak to Tony? It has been so long since we've spoken to Tony. Namaste to you, Tony Spaghetti. Blessings and namaste. It's great to hear how you're doing. Guys, I want to take this moment. It's that point. I got to take a little pee-pee break. Blessings and namaste. Stick around for a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. I can't wait to give you some tools, some postcards, etc. Stuff going out in some details about exactly that coming up in just a moment while I urinate. But guys, we'll be back in just a moment with the second half of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, exploring getting everything that we want through the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste, everyone. I'll be right back.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, listen, I know your time is precious, let me cut to the chase. But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light
on patreon.com.
where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. So after we sat there in silence for about another 60 seconds on the back of the bus, the bus driver had already called the police, and I leaned over to him. I grabbed his head and I put it on my shoulder. And I said, Edgar,
If you think jacking off feels good, imagine dying. Imagine dying. He started crying.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. That was a couple words about my community of devoted light. Welcome. I think Nindinu just officially joined up. Cherish, you were already a part of it. I feel like Nindinu, were you not a part of it? Either way, whatever. Welcome at one and all, and to the community of devoted light. And I can't wait to share with you. I'm going to be recording a special little something tomorrow for the community of devoted light. I'm very excited to get into that. Now, let's go ahead and let's see. Dat volume. Is it softer or louder now? Pond. Alvin in NYC subbing. Guys, we have a first month sub. Guys, can we throw some namastes into the chat right now for Alvin, please? Alvin, blessings and namaste, guys. We have a brand new devotee here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste and welcome, Alvin in NYC. It's great to have you. It is terrific to have you. I really genuinely I wish I could touch you right now. I do. I wish I could physically touch you right now. I wish I could. I wish I could right now. Namaste, Alvin. Beautiful. I'm already feeling a lot of energy from you, and it feels good. It feels terrific. Namaste. Well, guys, tonight we are getting into the theme, getting everything we want. Everything we want. Put your foot on the gas. Let's go ahead and get into our next caller. Okay. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Namaste, Guru. This is Firebrand.
Firebrand. Welcome back, Firebrand. How you doing?
Doing swell. Thank you for asking. How about yourself this evening?
I could say like cloud 9. I feel pretty good.
Okay. All right. The 9. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good cloud
That's
to
a
be
great
on,
one,
for
right?
sure.
It's a great one. Firebrand, listen,
Yes.
you feel like can I tell you something? You feel like you got something charged up in that heart and mind of yours that you want to share. Is there something particular that you want to get off your chest and just dive right in with me?
Well, I'm loaded. I'm ready here with this. I've got this package in hand. See, I want to share something with our callers. A few may remember me from several terminations. Regardless, it was during the Power of Silence subathon. So this is actually the first time that I've had the chance to hear your lovely voice.
Get out of town. Well, what's your impression?
I honestly expected higher pitch. Something less charismatic, not so much of a radio voice, and that's a compliment. It's not backhanded at all. That is, by all means, your voice carries much further than Image ever could. Not that Image is bad. Speaking of Image, I'm trying to get this package open because, according to a few moderators, I've been sent a headshot here, but this thing is so well taped. I mean, damn, you think it would take a child-proof device to get in, but I'll use keys.
Yeah, it might take a knife. Well, because the reason I do that is because I want to make it as difficult as possible in case it gets stuck in the rain. I want to make it hard for water to get in there.
That's good, because in Florida, where I'm from, there's a lot of rain, like every day. It's cool. I got a dab tool. That works.
Okay, beautiful.
Now, I'm getting this thing open, and while I'm getting it open, I want to have a little bit of honesty here in theme with, I'm sorry. I am just blown away. Holy cow. Mounted on and framed on a piece of cardboard stock. This is fantabulous. Never stop exploring. Leslie, thank you, Guru. Thank you so much. This is going right up in the camper. See, a little bit of honesty about who I am. I just turned 42. I had a birthday back at the last day of summer, and September 22nd, so about 2 weeks ago.
Happy birthday.
And thank you for that belated birthday wish. Had some friends take me out unexpectedly, went to a bar, had a couple drinks, shot some pool. It was a good night. It was a fairly good night. But overall, I had been feeling down. I'd been feeling down about myself, about my situation, being 42, living in a camper in my parents' driveway. It's not exactly inspiring, but I have shelter over my head. I have a record player given to me by one of the bud tenders at a local dispensary. So I went by the local record shop next door and picked up 2 records. Metal Fingers presents Special Herbs. Each one of the tracks is a name of a spice or an herb. And I stopped by the dispensary, got a few of my own special herbs, if you know what I mean. So,
I do.
Yeah. All right. Good. I don't want to be descriptive there. I like being nonchalant. But I'm also drinking some warm beer. And that's because I forgot. It was just one of the baby Stellas. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on beer. But at the end of my day, after spending money on weed and, beer and whatever, I was left with nothing in my account. Absolutely nothing. And I've lost the baker's position that I held for about a week, working at a donut shop. And I mean, it was rough. I've worked some really, really rough jobs, let me tell you. East Texas, chicken processing plant. I really have seen some of the worst of the worst. And this donut production facility was one of the scariest. They had me climbing up over a pit of hot grease, loading big chunks of shortening fat, liquid, solid fat into liquid hot grease. Like, that is just so dangerous, beyond dangerous. And yeah, I mean, I even had a guy like pull a knife on me. So, and then when I told management about it, they were like, oh yeah, he's been told about that. So apparently it's like an ongoing issue there. But the truth is, I didn't want that job. I have another job. I've been working security. I went out and I actually sought out my own Class D security officer license. So I'm now officially a licensed officer by the state. And I've been doing security work. In fact, I've had now my 4th season working our local sporting events and football games. And now I'm getting paid quite a bit more than what I did the previous years doing it. So that's a bonus. But the problem is, it's not steady. It's just events, and if I ever want to get to the next level, as we talk about in the program, I've been paying a little bit of attention. I haven't been with us too long, but I have been kind of listening and hearing what we talk about, this next level of getting what we want. Well, right now, I guess you could say I have what I want. I have records, I have semi-cold beer or lukewarm beer, I have some special herbs, I have this beautiful headshot to mount on my camper wall, like right behind the monitor. I mean, I'm just going to stare at this thing every morning when I wake up, honestly. So, it's good not to get complacent. And I think that's what my last girlfriend was really talking to me about, and says, I've got this addiction to marijuana. And
quick communal vision for Pepperoncini. Hit pause right where you are, because I want to hear the rest of that. Pepperoncini says, your job doesn't sound so bad now, Michaela, does it? Can't use your phone versus falling into a vat of boiling fat.
Right? Like, honestly, and you know what the worst part of it is, kind of going back to where, full circle, what I was saying here. I had this Van Cougar, we'll just call her that, interested person, tell me that the only way I'm going to get my life together is to stop smoking pot.
Phil Z74 with the communal vision. Caller, have you ever thought about dressing up like Paul Hogan in Crocodile Dundee and just going around and being an Australian vigilante asking about people's knife sizes?
No, but that actually might work in Florida, because of course, like I told you, this guy pulled a switchblade on me at work. Now, Paul Hogan, no, but Hulk Hogan, yes. He was a local celebrity hero, rest in peace, right from the Bay Area. But yeah, I did get my medical card after being told I was a pothead and should reform. So it kind of pushed me in the opposite direction. Instead of buying it, black market and things, now I have access to medicine, which I truly believe helps my condition. I have a connective tissue disorder. So it really did kill me fucking picking up 50-pound bags of flour and sugar trying to be a baker in that position. It really took 2 weeks of me lounging around doing nothing just to recover.
Nigel Pennyweather, the communal vision caller, can we hear your best Terrence McKenna impression?
Terrence McKenna. Okay, well, that guy, he was a nut, and I don't know that I would do justice to a Terrence McKenna impression. I can do a Jack Nicholson. I can do a Mean Jack. Are there any others on the list that callers
Don't worry too much about it. Don't worry too. Quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is today's. Continue. Now listen.
Yeah.
I've got. So okay. I'll go ahead and land the plane, because I think I know where to begin with you.
All right. Well, I mean, basically, I just want to, I do want to get to the next level in life. And I think it's going to require some sacrifice. I'm not not incorrect in assuming that spending my money on, records and beer and weed, and then having to ask mom for $20 for a headlight so that I could get a headlight and not get pulled over on the way home. There's that, but I got that. I got the headlight. I even texted a friend and said, hey, can I borrow $15? And so he sent me that. And then I sent mom the 18, and she's like, don't worry about the $2. So in the short term, I feel like I'm getting what I want, and that's keeping me complacent, and it's really actually keeping me from getting to what I truly want, which is the next level, which is my own independence outside of this camper, with a job that I can hold for more than a month at a time and isn't going to kill my back,
Well,
so
you've been terminated.
Let's
Let's add insult to injury. You have been terminated. Namaste. Enjoy the headshot. Listen, before we go on to the next call, I just want to quickly state that was a termination from Phil Z74, putting a kibosh on that whole thing. So let me go ahead and address that, though, real quick. Because the thing is, as depressing as that was to hear for everyone across the board, that was not necessarily like a special or like an aberration, right? That wasn't like a one-of-a-kind thing in this chat. There are many people, maybe not with the exact same situation, but a comparable situation, and a comparable sort of emotional reality. So one thing that there were a couple things that really stood out to me about that, but towards the end, he mentioned something. He wants to get to the next level. Of course he does. He's here. And that's a tremendous first start. First of all, that speaks volumes about you, that you are taking a step toward the next level. You're not one of these people talking about the next level. You're not somebody with plans about it. You're here. You're making something happen. You're here. You called. You got that beautiful headshot. Now, you said something that was interesting to me. Sacrifice, right? That you said that it will require sacrifice to get to the next level. Now, one thing that if we had a lot of time to kind of dance around and kind of take apart your life, I would eventually end up with you, is that you look at your life and you look at like, oh, the weed, I need to sacrifice the weed. Oh, I need to sacrifice the records. Oh, I need to sacrifice, these small pleasures, which are so weight-bearing in your life. That is to spit in the face of God, to dare the universe to smite you. So let's pause on that. As a therapist, I'm just saying, let's hit a pause on the small pleasure business, because that is you're really sticking your head in the alligator's mouth, so to speak, if you start taking away these small things. So, but by the end of our conversation, we would have arrived at how miserable your life is, how depressing your life is. Across the board, anybody, 99 people out of 100 grabbed at random from any part of the country would listen to that and be like, whoa, 42? Yikes. It would pretty much be the sentiment the vast majority of any normal person would react that way. As they should.
If you think jacking off feels good, imagine dying.
So the thing about sacrifice is that it does require sacrifice to reach the next level. But, brother, the universe has been sacrificing for you. Brother Firebrand, the universe gave you a disorder, a physical disorder that we know about, probably a host of mental and emotional disorders that we have yet to discover. I can guess, I can bet, but I would want to have like one more talk with you before I diagnose you. The repressive barriers is intact with you, though. That we can say. There's something underneath there. Well, like I was saying, the universe has sacrificed so much for you already, all right, brother? Like, you just need to look at the sacrifices you've already made. The sacrifices. You don't get to be a normal guy. You got a knife pulled on you at one of the worst jobs I've heard about in a long time. All right? I think the universe has I got flooded by the hurricane last year, but the camper survived. Yeah, brother, listen, your life is... Woof. There's already so much there to work with. The next level is rapping at your front door. And we just need to answer the call. And luckily, we have the tools by which to do so. So namaste to you, Firebrand. The next level is very close. Very close. All right, we got another Scarboni, by the way. Good to see you, Scarboni. It's fantastic to see Scarboni in the chat. Namaste to brother Scarb. Scarb has been here for, practically since the beginning. Namaste to you. Great to feel your energy in chat. I feel connected to you right now. Scarboni finally following. Scarboni finally followed. Namaste. Let's go ahead and get our next caller in. We got a communal vision real quick from brother Phil Z74, who has been very generous and very verbal tonight, and we love that. Very verbose, very expressive. Phil Z74, make a baby, then call back and complain. Oh, here we go. A little resentment. Resentment towards those who do not have children. Phil Z, would you trade places with them? Because that's bold. I'm not saying that you wouldn't. I'm just saying, would you trade places? If you knew that there was a guy in Florida living in a camper in his parents' driveway who just got fired from a donut shop after someone threatened his life, and then he likes good times, right? He likes records and good weed. And had to borrow $20 from his mom for a headlight. You would trade places with that. Probably. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's bring in our next caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey there, Guru. It's Wiki.
Wiki!
How you been, brother?
Riva!
Hey
Namaste!
there.
Richard, how are you doing tonight, brother?
Oh man, I've been so much working, been a big dog.
Oh, you've been working hard at work. Are you tired? Is it worth it? How you feeling emotionally?
I'm all bunked out. I'm like on the lower bunk of a 2-tier bed. I'm on the low bunk. I'm on the double bed. I'm down on the low part. I don't even get the high bed. You know how you want to get on the top bunk? I'm on the low bunk right now. It's feeling weird. Tired, worn out, sketchy. Things that get all weird for you sometimes. But you got to push through. You can't let that pull you down.
Resilient yet, even though you're in the bottom bunk and the work. So work's been too much. Listen, Wiki, this is something kind of novel for you. I hear a glumness, a blueness in your voice, brother.
It's been pretty blue. I've been having good days, and now I'm in one of those valleys there, Guru. Sometimes you get down in the deep ditch, and you just got to push through. Sometimes you got to keep on going. But, it's one of the things. I saw that thing tonight. Everything you want. Ooh, it made everything in me just go, wiki woo, woo.
Phil Z74 with another communal vision in just a moment. But in the meantime, Wiki, this is, you know, we all have our ups and downs. Every single one of us in this chat. There's not a single person who I've ever met, worked with, talked to through explorations that doesn't have ups and also downs to their life. Phil Z74, Wiki, you know what they say when you on the bottom, you get to look up at everybody's crotch.
That's some deep water right there. That's a good one. That's the upside. That's the sunny side's up right there, Iggs.
So you're getting to look at everybody looking at dick and pussy, and everyone's none the wiser.
That's like having that meal twig when you was like in third grade. Lift that meal into somebody, you get to see what's on them skirts. Woo! That was a good day. That was a good day.
Now, Wiki, let's jump in. So, one thing that I was going to get to with the last caller with Firebrand is because he says, like, I've got everything I need, but that's the problem. I'm like too content with my, you know, depressing, shitty life. So one thing that I wanted to get to is that exact thing. We need, in order for him to answer the question of what is everything and everything that he wants, in order to actually even be able to conceive of that, we have to realize how bad he's doing, right? He's already experiencing the negativity, but we need to like kind of bring it out of the unconscious mind into the conscious mind, right? We need to bring the misery from the back to the front, experiencing the full extent of it, and then that is our first step towards being able to say who we are and what we want given our current position. Now, Wiki, you are already in this position. You are experiencing that down head on, it sounds like.
Yeah, Guru, it's head on. We fighting. We fighting.
No. Wiki, so in this position you're in right now, talk to me about it. I want you to I want you to feel that sadness. I want you to feel that depression. I want you to feel that blue. I want you to feel that down. And I want you to ask yourself, what do I truly, in my heart, want?
That's very deep there, Guru. That's a deep one there. You know, at all, as bad as things seem right now, and as dark as they get, and the shadow come over, and you see all them dark things, and you know what? Do you get one thing you really want, or is it like a wish from a genie, or do you get everything you want all at once?
Brother, I want to hear from a little glutton. I want to hear from a little piggy. I want to hear from somebody who's a piggy rooting around in the trash, getting every little scrap, every little fun little thing that they want. I want you to let your heart and your mind soar and tell me.
Well, I do have the rock and roll, and that going pretty good. But if I had a full life, I really want to do a off-Broadway, a Broadway show. I think I want to do one off of, I want to do an off-Broadway show. Or on Broadway. I don't care. They can't take me off the Broadway. I want to do a remake of like the Free Billy Goat Squaw, an old fairy tale. I want to do that like an off-Broadway play.
Wow.
That's something I really want.
So, in the off-Broadway play, what's the exact play that you wanted to do? Say that one more time.
It's called the Free Billy Goat Squaw. It's a story about these three billy goats. A widow billy goat, a middle-sized billy goat, a great big billy goat, and they all named Billy Goat Wolf. they live on the valley. You know, the grass got really bad on that dark side. You know, it starts to scale up, get brown, it gets scarce. And there's this big old, beautiful meadow on the other side. And under the bridge, they trying to get to the other side. There's a fearsome troll who loves to eat goats.
Communal Vision from Phil Z74. Might I suggest Wiki might enjoy a planet with 7-Elevens with Colt 45s and charming little ladies named Beverly.
I had some Beverlys in my time. Woo. That Beverly girl, she got some big old con-cons.
Beautiful. They bounce around and whatnot.
More than bounce, they jiggle wiggle.
Namaste to that. Now, okay, so if you are really letting your mind soar, heart soar like an eagle, you imagine a version of the future that has everything you want, and you see yourself doing an off-Broadway play with these 3 goats, and tell me, Wiki, what role are you playing, or is this a one-man show?
I would want to direct it and rewrite it and put a little bit of, nostalgia in there. But let just people know, it's just a simple story. But if you got maybe if you got some wisdom about your cleverness, your bravery, the importance of teamwork, and overcoming challenges, you can make it to the other side. It's like the little bitty Billy goat. He had tipped across the bridge, and that troll was trying to tiptoe across the bridge. And the troll come out, who's tipping over my bridge? And the little goat said, hey, it's just me. I'm a little Billy goat. You don't want to use me. I'm way too small. Wait for my big brother. And the troll thought about it and said, yeah, I need a big meal. And then the next Billy goat came running across the bridge, and troll shouted, who's tripping over my bridge? And the middle goat said, it's me. I'm the middle side Billy goat grub. You should wait for my bigger brother. He much better meal. And the troll, them trolls be greedy. They real hungry. They wowing to cross the bridge. And then finally, the big Billy goat step onto that bridge, and the troll shouted, who's tripping over my bridge? And the big Billy goat said, it's me, the big boy. You want to eat me? Come and try, big dog. And that troll got furious hunger. He emerged from that bridge. The great big goat was not afraid. He charged that troll, swung home, and tossed him into the river below. Was never seen again, and the bridge was safe to cross. And if you can get the other side, and you can get what you want, get everything you want.
Wow!
Get that lush grass on the other side, and that bridge is clear. That's kind of like my bottom bunk story. I think that could be like a big hit.
Well, namaste. Listen, that was absolutely beautiful. And listen, I truly believe in my heart of hearts that you will, that this is something that will happen. You are destined to express this. Now, Wiki, would you mind if I put you on a brief hold while I sort of conjure some jazz up for the community? Listen, I'll be right back with you in just a moment. Lord knows that I know you got your own musical stylings, and I can't wait to get them. Okay.
All right, Guru. You do you.
Be right back, brother. Namaste, everybody. Beautiful Jazz Express. Thank you to Satan K. Satankmo for that resub for the sixth month in a row. 6 months. We reached a 6-month period with Satankmo. Namaste to you, Satankmo. And thank you so much for setting off this Jazz Express. We can all thank Satankmo for this little jaunt on a little train we call the Jazz Express here at Explorations. Guys, remember, earlier tonight we talked about the tickle. And let's revisit that. Let's revisit that idea. We don't all have to have our own theses, right? We don't have to have a 40-page presentation ready to go. That is the self-hatred talking. That is the self-loathing talking. That is the unacceptance of the self talking. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you are the tickle itself. And jazz musicians, Lord knows, jazz like Overturn Big Rig are going to understand what I mean when I say that. Well, I'm telling you, everybody, there's a place in the spirit, creatively, professionally, personally, romantically, there's a place for that what we refer to here as the tickle at Explorations. Yes. Namaste. Thank you so much. I'm looking at Bit Wars for those 30 bits. Blessings to you, brother. Bit Wars. Good to see you. Namaste. A beautiful evening we've had already here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We have been exploring, getting everything you want. I hate this. Beautiful stuff. Namaste, everybody. Now, let's get back to brother Wiki. Wiki, are you still with us, brother? Talk to me, Wiki.
I'm already thinking about that play. Woo, that jazz was off the hook.
Was it crazy? Did you like it?
Oh man, that was Buck Cherry right there.
You know, I'm always emboldened after a conversation. Whenever we're speaking and there's a Jazz Express pulling into the station, I feel emboldened. My spirit feels emboldened by your mere presence, Wiki.
Oh man, you really know how to play that little thing there. Woo. It make you feel good.
Wiki. Well, speaking of feeling good, brother, listen. I know we could chop it up all night. But I know at the end of the call, I always ask for the same thing, and I'm going to do it again tonight. Wiki Wiva, man of a music man, a band man, a record producer, a band leader, etc., etc. Talk to me. Do you have a little sampling of anything that you could share with us tonight, per usual? Because Lord knows, I know I'm not just speaking for myself. I know the chat is chomping at the bit to hear a little bit from Wiki Wiva, if it's possible.
I got a new one. I've been working on. It's called Po. It's a new song. It's a slow song, but I think people might like it a little bit. It's called Po.
The stage is yours whenever you're ready, brother. I can't wait.
All right, it was called Po. And it goes a little something like this. A one, 2, 3. Wow. You swept in my arms like a power bed. No. We no mistake, but kiss me instead. No. I stitch your wounds with a web of hope. No. You tied my fears with that swaying rope. No. You left in the morning with the pockets of wine. A note on the table, no reason, no name. Oh, no. I searched for your shadow in the second-hand white. Oh, no. But your poor love won't winger. Always slips out at night. A whoa. Now you're gone. I still see your shadow is found. You're aching me. I ain't rich, but it's real. It's the only thing I still feel. Oh, love. No. And that's the first bud there, Guru.
Wow.
Hope you enjoyed that.
You know, I know you started off tonight with a somber blueness, and not that hasn't colored your expression tonight, but I also hear, you know, that resilience of rock and roll that you are known too well for around these parts. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for everything tonight, Wiki.
I want to thank you, Guru. Thank you to the community, and thank you to the program work. Keep up the rock and roll. Don't give up, everybody.
All right.
It's namaste time. Namaste.
Namaste, Wiki. Wow. Master Zulus, you got your shirt beautiful. I'm very glad that you did. Namaste to you. That's wonderful to hear, Master Zulus. I'm very glad that the raffle winners got their shirt as well. Blessings and namaste. If anybody if you're waiting on something and you don't get it by tomorrow, message or tag me or something on Discord. I'll make a post on Discord about it. But if you ordered a headshot, a print, or a t-shirt and you have not gotten it by tomorrow, let me know. I'll double check what's going on. We've got 2 more callers. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. I want to thank you for being so patient on hold. But also, you know, welcome back. And my name is Leslie. And what's something I could call you tonight?
I have been very patient. It's not typical of me, but I've been very patient waiting because I really think this is a easy softball one you can do me for tonight, because you're saying I can get what I want and I know what I want.
Well, let's jump right in. Brother. Tell me about that. Well, what is everything that you want? What does Angry Mike, what does Angry Mike want?
Can I get that necklace you're wearing?
No, you cannot.
Oh, don't. See, this is what you'd call starting off on the wrong foot, because, hold on, let me bring my phone up and see what the name of tonight's stream is. Hold on do you mind holding on 1 second? Do you mind?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, hold on. It says, my phone's acting up a little bit here. Hold on. Just gotta do the unlock screen. Let me go here, and let me tap. Get everything. Everything's in capital letters. Hold on. I could be wrong. No. get everything you want, everything in capital letters. And so the first thing I said I wanted, you said no. So walk me through that.
Yeah, that's a real quick walk. We're doing like an exercise, and you just literally asked me for a thing that I have.
Because I want it. It is cool.
Yes, it is. It's very cool.
So you're sending T-shirts out. That'll fit in a nice little tiny envelope, and you just shoot that over to Angry Mike to wear tomorrow.
Philzy74 says, Angry Mike, it seems like you kind of weren't prepared and maybe should call back.
No, this is all I called for. Is the necklace is that real gold?
Yes.
24 karat.
I don't know.
So it's got some carats in it, though, right?
Some kind of carats in it.
Right. So, and it doesn't sound like you're that tied to it, and you're a man of many means. You probably have multiple necklaces.
So you waited on hold for like almost a half an hour.
Not that long. Not really that long.
Almost a half an hour of your night gone waiting to speak to me, and that's what you said. That was the plan.
It's what I want. What now you're being now we're screening all good ideas and bad ideas according to Leslie Tanner. I thought it was an easy one. Everybody else asking they want $1 million. Phil asking for big-tittied women. I come in for a simple request for a necklace, and I'm looked at like a fucking pariah. This is tonight's ending of the show. Hang up on the next caller, by the way. You're not gonna have time to get to them.
Listen, you didn't just like come up to me and show me like a picture of a necklace and a catalog that you wanted to order. You asked me for a thing that I possess that is mine.
Right. But it could be mine very easily because you said...
You made this about power. You made this about challenging me in front of everyone in chat, making a big, silverback gorilla, domination dance out of it. And it's embarrassing for you because you can't have my gold necklace. Leslie, I'm supposed to stream without the gold chain. It's like my thing. It's like a trademark. Right, and that's why I want it so badly. You understand? It's a collector's item, right? You're not that oblivious that's a sought after item. I want it so I can wear it for a period of time. And then, yes, am I going to put it on eBay? Because, yes, I need the money. But for a good period of time there, people are going to be like, where'd you get that necklace? And then guess what, Leslie? You benefit. Because the first words out of my mouth are going to be, this is Leslie Tanner's necklace. And then the first words out of their mouth are going to be, oh, my God, Leslie Tanner, the inventor and creator of the program that works. And then I'm going to say yes. And then I'm going to smile, and then I'm going to go to my probation officer and finish what I need to finish in terms of my community service hours, okay? What is the big deal? Speechless again. What are we doing, a silent subathon? I thought so. Listen. Sometimes I leave pauses. Pauses and silence can be very powerful.
I don't like the silences, though.
As Firebrand pointed out, it's in the headshot.
Oh, he's right.
You can't just have it.
Listen, I could borrow it, though. We didn't even get into borrowing it because you don't even want to find solutions to problems.
See,
you just want to say Angry Mike's an asshole.
So your only conception of what would make you whole is taking from me and doing it in a public way that challenges me and makes me look like a small child if I were to agree. If you were to really get what you want, you would destroy my leadership and destroy the program. There's something foul inside of you.
That's a fascinating way to go about it. I thought I asked you quite nicely, honestly. I thought it was a nice, simple request.
It's like with Michaela. Like, the nicest is a performance. You're not actually a good person.
You're right. I don't give a shit about you. I just want the fucking necklace, and you're putting 5 hurdles up when it could just be a free run. You know what I mean, Leslie? I could have been a 2-minute call. It could have been, hey, can I have your necklace? You're like, sure. I like making all my fucking followers happy and giving them what they want. And I would have hung up the phone, and then everybody's happy, including yourself and all your viewers. But no, now we're here because now I'm upset, and you did that.
That's the thing. You're so short-sighted, and this is. I won't say you're stupid, even though you make a lot of dumb decisions. But I will say that you're so short-sighted that that you have no idea how disastrous that would be. If someone challenges you, fucking kill them. Period.
Oh. Now
There's
you're
an affirmation. Would you please stop? Please stop.
Rich.
There's an affirmation. You fucked up the affirmation. Okay. So, anyway, we have some communal visions to catch up on. Godspeed says TPTW, the program that works. Thank you so much for that, Godspeed. Thank you for those bits, also, brother. Thank you so. Namaste to you. Namaste to Godspeed. Hypocrite. Did you get the print, by the way? Hypocryptomatic, Angry Mike is right. You're a little baby boy, a little pee his pants boy. Anonymous. Well, it's not anonymous. It's from Hypocryptomatic. Your name's on that message.
She could have been hacked, though.
But Jen agrees with you.
Great. A feather in my cap. So no necklace then is what you're saying.
Not in 1,000 years. You'll have to take it off my dead body.
I fucking knew it. Dad! He's not giving it to me. Yes, I asked him. Yes, I asked him nicely. Hold on a second, Leslie. Yes. No. Go back to fucking sleep. Leslie, you there? I also need a loan. Can I get... All right, the necklace is out, but could I get a loan?
You're not really getting the spirit of tonight's show, Angry Mike.
Yeah, apparently not. Yeah, listen, this has been, I don't want to say a waste of my time or yours. I think at least I know where you stand. The necklace is off limits, apparently. Everybody out there for Christmas, don't get Leslie a necklace, okay? Because he's really tied to this one he's wearing. He doesn't need any more necklaces. He's not even willing to try.
Communal vision from Phil Z74. Angry Mike, just walk some more dogs, and you too can afford a Marshall's chain.
It's not for Marshalls, Phil. You can see the glint that comes off it in his studio. All right? I'm not some amateur that's going to buy some rinky-dink thing out of one of those machines that you find outside of an arcade. Okay? I know good gold when I see it. I know Leslie's wearing good gold. I asked him a very nice thing that any friend...
You're not nice. Your idea of nice is not nice. Phil Z74. Angry Mike, if you can buy a box of macaroni, you could possibly get everything you want.
Okay. I don't even know what that means. I don't want macaroni. Listen, and by the way, the last 2 fucking times I've called, you pulled one termination out of your asshole and just hung up on me for no reason, and then a fucking Jazz Express ran me over. So before any of that happens, thanks for the necklace, Leslie. Really appreciate the help you gave me tonight. Namaste.
Namaste. Yeah, I did not really get the spirit of tonight's show. Did not really understand. Did not really understand what's going on. Wow. Okay. What a weird way to end the show. So we got one more caller for the night. Beautiful caller. Wonderful, probably with a really positive, uplifting message. It was something really in line with the program, something that's all going to give us all a little something to feel good about, and feel energized for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get this new caller on. Caller, thank you so much for your patience on hold. Namaste to you. Welcome back to Explorations. This is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
How do you know welcome back? It's just me, Jenny.
Jenny, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Well, Jenny, you're our final caller for the night. So listen, I don't think there could be a better person to send us home with just like a really energized message tonight as far as our theme goes, getting everything we want. So Jenny, when you put your foot on the gas, what is everything that you want?
I want my old life back. I don't want my cat to die. I lost everything. So I'd like everything back. I want my health back. I want my old home back. I want my other animals back. I don't want to watch her die this week. Is that did other people ask for those same things too? I don't want to be an old record.
Yeah, not even close. Not even close. So you want your old life back, you want your health, you want your old house, and you want your cat not to die.
Yeah.
Those are some tremendous things to want. And I think the most important thing that about those things is that you just can't get them. Communal vision, real quick, from Phil Z74.
Like your necklace? Because guess what? I was in here, and you know what? And I felt subdued and this and that, and then I heard Angry Mikey, and it just kind of made some sense. And now I'm pissed off again because I wanted to take time away from the program, but you did, so I guess we all just took time, and now it's just like it's all fucked up anyway.
I did? I took time from the program?
Yeah. The same amount of time I took off.
Oh. Phil Z74,
So
hi
really
Jenny, would everything you want include having a shit ton of cats and dead people like zombies?
What?
Seems like a pretty simple question to me.
A shit ton of cats and a bunch of zombies? I don't even understand, like, what the ratio, like, what that formula equals. I don't even understand that.
Well, one thing that, I'm so glad that we could get to tonight is that everything we want, I'm going to make this very explicit.
Is he making fun of my dad?
Nah, probably not, but... But, I mean, he might as well, right? Your dad who's no longer with us?
I saw a picture of him tonight on my phone. Google reminded me.
And that's another thing that
Yeah.
that you probably want and then you just can't have.
I think I made a blanket statement with my old life.
So in your old life, your dead father would be alive. Namaste. Beautiful way to close out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, probably the most powerful thing that we can realize about everything that we want, about getting everything that we want, is that we will never do that. And what a perfect example. Octopus, namaste, and welcome to the Explorations. Perfect example. You can't ask for a better example than what Jenny put up for us. Jenny is maybe the most powerful explorer for a reason. What did she offer as what she wanted when she, with all of her heart, with all of her mind? She wanted her dad not to be dead. She wants her cat not to be dying. She wants her old house, her old life, things that will never happen. Do you think it's a coincidence that the person that I refer to as the most powerful explorer here at Explorations offers the most powerful answer to tonight's question of what is it that you truly want? Ladies and gentlemen, no. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not a coincidence. The most powerful gift that we will receive from our desires is that they will never be fulfilled, ladies and gentlemen. And in that defeat, in that feeling of inadequacy, that is where our true power lies, the power of the next level. Namaste. Thank you to Jenny for bringing that into stark contrast tonight. Thank you to Jenny for your enduring gifts once again through the casual statement and naked presentation of your undeniable misery, a sort of swamp that you share from the depth of your heart, from your mind, guiding us to the next level every time you call. Namaste to Jenny, and good luck with the dying cat and the already dead dad. Oh, those are negative. But thank you. Namaste, guys. What a beautiful night. we've had. And we'll be back, guys. We'll be back on Saturday. Lord knows we'll be back on Saturday because we missed Tuesday. We'll be back Saturday with a brand new exploration with Leslie Tanner. The lines will be open. We'll be exploring with one another. Gorgeous night we've had with one another. I want to thank all the callers. I want to thank my moderators, Jessica, Peppercorn Patty, Orchestar, Not Mish. Who else was around? Was VJ around? Namaste to you. And namaste to my producers, Craigulators, Pepper and Chini screening calls, Fram Weard, keeping the vibe kind of a little bit caustic in that very trademark style. And also thank you to my community of devoted light. My community of devoted light. Thank you so much, you guys. I got a little something for you tomorrow. A little video for you tomorrow. And whatever. It's just I'm inspired. What can I say? So guys, let's get a nice little raid going. Thank you to all the raiders. Thanks to Windbag. Shout out Windbag. Tomorrow night, Craigulators will be streaming. I'll definitely be in the chat for at least a chunk of that tomorrow. If you guys want to come hang out in the Craigulator stream tomorrow, shout out Craigulators. Let's get a nice little raid going. Who's on? Who's up? Who's up? Let's see here. Who's up? Who's on? Oh, we haven't done. Let's do him. I have no idea what they're. That's a lot of people. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you for being here, Dieter. Dieter, thank you so much for being here. Who should we raid? Let's see here. Who should we raid? Oh, is Duncan on? Why isn't he on my freaking... I hate Twitch's live list. There he is. Okay, Duncan did it. We're doing Duncan. We're doing Duncan. Namaste. Thank you, Stoney. Blessings and namaste. I was goofed up. I was excited to be here. You know that, and I feel you guys are excited to be here. I'm excited to be here. And magic happens. The program happens. Namaste. Let's go ahead and raid Brother Duncan. Did it. Finalist in the Tournament of Champions Infatuations. Performed really well last weekend as well. Let's go ahead and take our energy of namaste, of warmth, of clarity, over to Brother Duncan. Did it.
Corduroy says, I always think Ribo.
Namaste. There he is holding it down. Beautiful. Guys, we'll be back Saturday, okay? Saturday night, brand new stream, exploration with Leslie Tanner. Let's see if we can't let's see if we can't unlock and unleash just a little bit more power at the next level. Let's see if we can't take one more step to truly becoming ourselves. Namaste to you guys. I'll see you all very soon. If not tomorrow at Craigulator's stream, I'll see you on Saturday night. Let's say what's up to Duncan. Blessings and I'll see you guys.
Restaurant. I'm sure he has a bunch